So Ronith could probably lose heroic because he's already a trap ship to go after. And then, I think...
I don't know. Ronith has a lot of modifiers, though. So
yeah, I think you want to keep heroic on ZZ and Greer, because those are obviously your more valuable ones. And then it's like, do you drop heroic off Blue or Zari?
I'd probably say the Blues, if anything.
Yeah.
I'm not excited about them, but...
Looks like we got the clock started.
Clock is going. All right, let's see if these guys have been practicing up their tabletop. Someone had asked it. I don't know if they saw my response. We're using Tabletop Simulator. It's an amazing program through the Steam store. I believe it only works for Windows. It might work for Mac. That I cannot confirm nor deny. But it's an amazing system. It includes a vast community mod for X-Wing, and you can see we got the latest hotshots, gas clouds. We got all the latest stuff in there, and it works surprisingly well. I think it looks great. I like this kind of like angled perspective as well, as if we got that stream. Not a crane, tripod, as if we had a camera on a table on a tripod. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I think it looks great. It looks like I'd if I were just walking by real quick and I looked at the screen, I'd be like, oh, what's streaming at an event this weekend? Like, it looks that close. Let's see. So we got some early pressure going to Obi-Wan right now, and Dión positioning Anakin to meet that towards the middle with a barrel roll. Let's see what Greer decides to do. Greer's going fast. It's a quick gunning for Obi-Wan. We'll have to see if Dión will have to shift his plans for Rick to get him in position to assist with anything Obi-Wan decides to do. That's very clear space over there. There's not as many gas clouds. Looks like Marcel's positioning himself to get past them as soon as possible and start creating kill boxes in areas that don't have gas clouds.
Yeah, I feel like the gas clouds are going to be the preferred place to fight for Dión. Hiding behind them for the rear arc shots, being able to limit the speed of these A-Wings and just the numbers of them too, to be honest.
So Dión already positioning with a 2-bank. It's a little bit, far out forward. I'm assuming we're taking some boosts and barrel rolls to nope out of there. Yep. So he's still in a spot if he wants to one turn back in, but I'm going to assume it's maybe a bit early to consider that.
I mean, see, this is classic X-Wing, though, of like a little bit of mind games, bait and flanks, going all over the place here.
So,
because honestly, a little hard one barrel and hide behind that gas cloud if Obi-Wan feels a lot of pressure might not be a bad place for him.
Oh, did we get an accidental? Yep. Looks like he had the... Yeah, went over the wrong dial there, but fixed already. Pretty easy.
Yeah, they got to be careful about the undo or don't reset time.
Yeah.
Do not reset time.
Do not pass go. So ZZ opting to position.
What is that actually called in tabletop? I never do it, so I don't remember anymore.
So a lot of early pressure. So what we could see from Marcel, he's got... Ronith isn't in the best position in the gas cloud area he has right now. He'd have to do a combination of a turn and a boost to cut down the middle of the board, but Dion's gonna have to be really careful with Anakin here, because all of those A-Wings have a solid opportunity to get in position to put shots on Anakin next turn.
Yeah, hard two from Ronith. Banking in from
boost, yeah.
ZZ and the Blues here, and yeah, I mean, everybody could just converge on the center and just take what shots they can get.
Yeah.
And Anakin's on a great spot. His barrel roll doesn't quite get him like on the other side of this lower gas cloud here to kind of
Mhm.
sneak around. So that's going to be interesting. But Anakin does have the Force and an evade and could focus up as well. He doesn't need to take that passive sensors if he feels a lot of that pressure.
Mm-hmm. Will, are you happy at all that we're not seeing either of these two lists in the future?
Oh yes. Yes. Just standing ovation for everybody choosing these lists. I will totally fight some Imperial aces over Republic aces every day.
Well, we're not out of the spot that Marcel's aces could be picked for Republic also.
That's fair.
But
I plan to save my veto for Marcel. No offense, Ryan, but
we escaped the 5A wings.
that's true. I told him again. I'm trying not to face any Jedi or multiple 3 agility ships. No, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I guess. Oh no, you got 2 agility ships in your First Order squad, which I liked, by the way. I'm just gonna give you a little shout out there. I had to re-look over Proud Tradition foes.
It's I really like the
smart.
mix it provides between having a combination of some SFs that have front and back all the time, and then FOs that give you the opportunity to do those sloops and K-turns and keep chase.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do like that. But I've really been interested in ships that can just what do I want to say? K-turn without being a turret. You know what I mean? Like keep time on target without having to be a turret.
Mm-hmm.
So makes sense to me. All right, looks like we're finishing dial-in. Thanks everybody for joining in. We're seeing a lot of subs coming in. Love to see that. We got to give a big shout out to Kerpal Creatives. That's sponsoring this event. Very much appreciate it here. Then you can use the coupon code Showdown 2020 and get, was that 20% off, Ryan?
That is 20% off, which if I heard Dión correctly, that is the highest it's ever been.
Yes. So get your merch, kerpalcreatives.com. Use the coupon code Showdown 2020
for all your acrylic game token needs. Yeah, I got to say the slogan.
There you go. See. All right, so it looks like we have the blues conversion on the middle here.
Mm-hmm. There goes that Ronith. Expect that boost, but I don't know. That bank boost to the right doesn't look like it'll fit. Probably has to be a straight.
I think he's just gonna straight boost into there.
Oh, did it work? Zoom.
Yeah, the camera angle can't see it, but it's very close. Get the magnifying glasses out for that.
Dión, I saw his hand. Like, zoom in. Wait a minute. What?
How close were you to that? So no, this is a good approach here. Putting arcs all over Anakin here. He's got to decide what, if he's barrel rolling or not. No.
Ooh, he went fast.
You got to get that evade.
I wonder.
Let's see now. Do you keep the Force? Do you go for the target lock? Well, you got to keep the Force. Do you barrel roll? Try to get out of range 1.
I think he might just passive sensors. I mean, Greer has the opportunity to get around, but
I mean that blue. If he's just gonna straight target lock. I think it's always more advantageous.
Going after Ronith too. I'm not sure if I like the move on Ronith. Like I said earlier, because of all those extra arcs, you have that ability to
be very defensive.
Yeah, be very defensive, and I think that's going to be a range 1, so he won't have the proton torpedo. Surprised. Passive sensors tends to be a better way to go because you get to choose later on what happens, and it's not like Anakin. Like Anakin has the chance to be shot at by ZZ. I was surprised that Greer went down so aggressively at Obi-Wan. We'll have to see how that turns out. If Dión planned on Obi-Wan doing that 1 turn, maybe that's why he was able to be so aggressive with Anakin. We'll have to see. Just did a 3 straight. And there is the thought that Dión decided with Anakin just to lock Ronith at range 1 and not use the proton torpedoes just yet because theoretically he may be wanting to save that Force for defense with the evade, and the more dice you roll, the more likely you're going to be tempted to spend it offensively.
I mean, that's a good point. I can definitely can see that.
All right, there goes Rick. We'll have to see if ZZ decided to go with the 5 straight, and Obi-Wan there to threaten ZZ coming in on it.
I think ZZ's through banking here.
Yep. Yeah. So he matched Rick's speed.
See? So he almost had every A-wing close into the center. He chose not to with Greer. Oh, see, now here's the big question. Did Dión update his tabletop?
For what?
He's 1146 for the arc checks. You can right-click on a ship, and it gives you a little arc check.
Yeah, this is looking like a rough turn for Anakin, for sure.
No, it doesn't look like they got the exact arc checks going there.
It looks obstructed, though. Just barely.
Oh, no, they do have the arcs. Perfect. Oh, is that speed up time and tabletop as well?
That's not going to be a big attack coming in, because it is just going to be two on 4 now.
Here.
That'll be rough for Dión if he loses Anakin this early.
I don't think he's going to lose Anakin, but there's a lot of shots on him.
He is going to make him run away enough to where that proton torpedo might not do enough. Is that hit crit, I think?
I don't know. Dión changed multiple dice. Oh
yeah, that was Rick shooting at Ron or ZZ. Yep. So I'm kind of surprised. I really don't Obi-Wan didn't boost further away, just to also not get shot by, because we know he barrel rolled. If he boosted, he would at least be able to put some pressure on ZZ, even though it might not be a lot of damage. But
yeah,
he would have.
Not sure.
I think he's still getting shot by Greer. It's always better to not be shot.
Makes sense. Range 2 here, though, so that's good for Anakin. Ooh, yeah, you got the double focus.
He'll definitely spend that. Natty's easy.
Natty's. Just need a couple more of those, and
Anakin will be fine. No problem.
Yeah, Anakin will be fine. It'll be okay. he could take 7 more dice. No big deal.
All right, so this is the range 1 shot into Ronith. So, like I said, he might just be opting for the target lock to get the offensive mod he wants and get the additional dice without the proton torpedo just yet.
I mean, I feel like I'd still attack range 1. I might save the lock. I'm not going to use it to reroll 1 dice here. Yeah. So I'm not even going to spend any of that. No, because he's going to dodge 2 if you spend the force. You can target lock, but that's wasted action.
He's rolling 2.
He went for it.
So Ronith has a really good chance to evade all this because ZZ has not used the focus yet. No problem.
Easy. Same. Like I said, I wouldn't even modified that.
I would have considered it just because maybe Dion's not really expecting to go after Ronith after this turn much. Yep, incoming range 3 shot from Greer onto Obi. And there's our 2 results. And Obi's safe.
Dion's just deciding the natty out strategy is the best strategy.
Pretty good strategy. If there's something I learned from my recent online games, apparently no one needs focuses for defense. You either blank or you make it.
That's fair. Yeah. I've honestly gone back and forth. I was like, if you got 2 agility and a target lock action, you should probably just target lock if you know you have a shot.
Yeah, if you can guarantee it. Because you can save it.
I've flown Luke so often where he died at full force. Just trying
Ooh, so
to defend.
This shot's gonna hurt. Ronith at range 1 has a really good chance to get full 3 results.
Yeah, easy.
Even if you roll the blank focus hit, he can use the ability and get it off of ZZ and then advance optics from there.
Okay.
I assume we're going to see an evade spend and a force spend. So block them while you can.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully just natty out the last shot there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm very interested. I mean, is Anakin blocking here? You know what I mean? Like, is he blocking
He is blocking
maneuvers?
some lanes to be able to reconverge, but my guess is the blue 2 over here, the one at the top of the screen, just in front of Anakin, I can easily see a 5 straight and pursue Obi and Rick if he wants to keep the arc forward or turn it back. Greer has easy chasing to Obi-Wan, just a simple 3 bank and follow up from there. The other blue up top is in a weird spot because Greer's in his way, but if he wanted to, he could 2-turn back to his own board edge and turn arc back.
I think 3 bank fits there.
Probably.
We got some dice results. It looks like hit crit. One went astray.
Oh, that's rough. So
that's a crit then.
That's going to be a crit into Anakin.
Oh, Dion's frantically looking for.
No.
Oh no! A crit.
And what do we got? Flip. Ooh, that hurts. Weapons failure.
So you should have shot the proton while you could, Dion. You don't spend 13 points, and he's got 16 points of upgrades out there, and he's not using them.
Yeah, there'd be a better case that the proton torpedo, while, like I mentioned earlier, he might want to keep in the force for defense. At least the proton torpedo might have forced the A-wing that's firing right now to spend his focus defensively instead of having it for offense. He's got one, so Anakin's
on the board.
Did the other blue shoot yet?
Yes, that was the one that did the crit, and then this is blue 2 finishing up there.
All right. So Dión is in an interesting spot. Like, these A-wings can reconverge their arcs on Anakin pretty easily, but because of weapons failure and because of the R2 astromech, Anakin's in a good spot to bait Marcel into overcommitting. So we'll have to see what Marcel decides to do. Marcel might be completely content with taking that half points and knowing he's going to run and just now start converging on Obi-Wan. He's got a lot of ships that can point arcs at Obi next turn.
Yeah, he might actually. I mean,
Obi's got to flip his force.
There you go. I made him a weapons disabled crit. I keep jumping in. Yeah, Obi-Wan didn't use any extra force.
No, he just used the one barrel roll. Yeah.
Dion's got other things on his mind right now than how much force he's got.
How to keep baby Anakin alive?
Yeah, I mean he's got barrel roll and 5 forward boost, right? Like
5 forward's a really good option, even if it just means he's sitting behind that gas cloud.
I'm saying barrel roll left, 5 forward, and then boost.
Yeah, if you decide to go that route. I mean, there is the argument that 5 forwarding or even 3 banking at that gas cloud. Anakin's force, Obi's force. Cool.
Dión, I saw Dión look for it next to his cards.
Like, oh no.
You moved it to your ships.
So what does Rick do? And what does Obi-Wan do? Dión, in a way, has to kind of make up for lost time, but...
I don't know what Rick is doing. Well, he's got advanced sensors, I guess, but like...
that likely means he won't have a mod for offense unless he just...
Won't have a mod at all, then.
Well, if he advanced sensors a focus and just 3 turns through that gas cloud, he'll still get focus evade.
True. I don't like that Rick positioning. I don't think that's a good choice. And Dión doesn't need that stuff right now. Obi-Wan's got to turn in for a shot. He's the biggest gun. Well, I mean, outside that proton torpedo.
Should Obi-Wan turn in? I mean, he'll likely get flanked, at least shot by Greer, or do we see, just to give him more options the next turn, should Obi do a 4K just to get some distance? He'll only have the force mods, and he'll likely have to do blue moves next turn, or the turn after.
All those A-wings. Yeah, all those A-wings are going to give pursuit to Obi-Wan is what I would do. I would throw them in with reckless abandon, knowing Anakin's trying to dip out. He's got things to do like heal and fix his weapons, and not die. And Rick is like not in a great spot to keep shots on these fast A-wings. He needs to get his targets over where, essentially, in the space between Obi-Wan and Anakin, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's where he needs to face his arc, and there's just not a great way for him to do it. Unless he, I mean, he could go crazy and he could boost right, Talon roll left.
That'd be crazy.
I mean, it would set him up for that lane. It would get him out of a lot of arcs. That'd be crazy. I mean, that's really what the advanced sensor is for the K turns. I would assume, because you're not going to get the evade anyways, and no like regular action, so you're not missing out on anything.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see. Yeah. I mean, we'll see if he YOLOs right in there.
I mean, do we both agree that Marcel's best bet right now is not to chase Anakin and to just put as many shots onto Obi-Wan right now?
Just converge everybody into the space between like Rick and Obi-Wan. Just light up anywhere near that bottom left gas club. Yeah, I don't know if my perspective is the same as. Yes, it's the same.
Yeah, just punish Obi-Wan. There's the 5 straight. There's one of them. I'm expecting to give Ronith some space. He'll do a focus boost anyway, if he planned on 5 straighting with Ronith also. You're right. That 3 bank with the other blue in the back might just. Oh, we forget something. Let's see.
Oh man, this is a great comment. I'm just reading through the chat. Dion said, "Everybody having a good time," and then probably dipped out to not get advice on what he's doing.
Ryan and
thanks to Count Zero.
I wasn't set. I was trying to
for enjoying the Ryan will show. But the comment right below is that are you Dion?
Oh no.
Oh man.
My guess is Will must have mixed up his dials or something. Because he's doing it. He did a 2-turn with this one, so he's threatening at least a little bit on Anakin, which isn't a bad idea. But I don't know. That's a whole lot of.
Yeah. I think he's not converging. He's breaking off already.
He's trying to finish off Anakin. Yeah, I don't know if I like that. I mean, if Anakin, like you said, if he dialed in the 5 straight, he's got that pre-barrel roll. Unless Ronith just blocked that barrel roll, that's also an option.
Yeah, Ron's just blocked that. Oh no, he's leaving.
So if Anakin does that barrel to the left in 5 straights and does a boost, he's out of all shots.
Yeah, so that's what. Well, I mean, we assuming Greer will move as we assume he does. So,
let's see. It is up for Anakin to go. I wonder if he's trying to find his. He lost his force. He's probably going to use it to barrel roll.
Yeah.
He probably has to do it from the ship down here. No,
it is funny watching.
Don't do it from the Rick one. Don't do it from the Rick one. Don't do it. Don't do it. Yeah. Yep. Doing that. Get the shield back.
Oh, see, look at Marcel helping out with tokens.
No, Dion, not that one. Go to the other one. There.
See, I put my dials below my cards, not to the left, because that's confusing.
All right, doing the barrel forward, getting some forward distance, and we get that 5 straight.
Oh yeah, 5 straight.
There it is.
We knew what it is.
He doesn't even actually. You know what?
I would fix. Yeah, fix it up. Ooh.
Oh no, there's the evade for full throttle.
I would
fix because you got passive sensors. Yeah. Very nice.
I mean, you have 1 shot from ZZ coming in at most. Like with the focus modifier. So
where this gas cloud is between that top or that right hand most blue and Anakin does not allow that blue to a solid stress clearing maneuver to get target back on Anakin. So Anakin might have another free turn next turn just to go where he needs to go and reach.
I'm going to see, I assume blue's just heading out to the right. I'm just going to circle back around for a bit and then come find these guys later.
All right, well, there's Obi. So
who was trying to shoot?
So do we try? I assume he's got to get out of Ronith.
I mean, Ooh, bank boost, barrel roll.
Bank
And
boost, barrel roll back up the board and just kind of get in ZZ's face.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, a lot of this factors in of whether
What Rick does.
Well, yeah, because you don't want to block Rick while you do this.
Yeah,
I don't think that barrel roll towards Greer fits.
yeah. I think it's got to be the right boost and then the right and then the left barrel roll. That might get out of both. Let's see. We're getting a boost. There it is.
Oh yeah, that's called ace flying right there.
Get
Hit him with the barrel now.
No,
He's looking at it. He's looking at it.
Do the barrel roll. You gotta get out of Ronith.
I do like how Tabletop Simulator, you could infer just a little bit of what's going on through somebody's mind by watching the little finger.
Oh, I think he got out of Greer too. I'm looking at this really close in the board. Nice moving Obi.
That's gonna be close.
Wait,
Raise his edge up
is he gonna remember advanced sensors on Rick? He's got that 3 bank. Get that focus now.
Assuming it is. He's doing some thinking here.
So you do a reposition first?
Yep,
advanced
yes.
sensors.
Showing the advanced.
Doing a barrel roll. Just getting behind Rick. Getting some distance from the other A's. Not bad.
Yep, hiding behind the gas cloud. Protecting himself from the rear arcs there. Not a bad choice as well.
Yeah, this is a very good recovery turn. Ooh. Yeah, I mean,
well, he's boosting out of there.
Yeah, he's
boost rotate.
He would have to boost then rotate. Which a shot is better than no shot, but at the same time,
rolling dice.
This second turn for Dión is looking like a good recovery turn. He's getting very few shots on him, and if any of them, they're unmodified or well defended. The gas cloud on Rick from Greer, that's wrong boost.
I got it.
So boost and then rotate. So it'll be an unmodded 3 dice against Obi's 2 force defense.
I mean, we say unmodded, but are we count heroic as a mod? It's not really. You can't really count it as a mod, right?
I call it the.
If you have a focus, I think it's a mod. If it's your only mod, that's not a mod.
I call it insurance, and insurance to the lowest level. If you're gonna get totaled, that's what heroic stops you from.
That's fair.
But only if you file it correctly, because if you roll blanks again, it doesn't work.
That's the 3 dice here.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Grabs a roll. Ronith won't need it, so.
Yeah, he doesn't have it. So this convergence on Obi turns out to not work out.
I would have brought in the blues then too.
The blues would have helped, especially take up space from.
But I think
Obi doing that move.
I think that.
Wow, Greer doesn't even have the shot on Rick.
No,
man, oh man. And now, so the A-wings are very close to the board edge in a corner. It's actually going to be kind of hard for them to regain shots next turn because of where Obi is.
Yeah,
Greer's 2 turn up the board might even bump into Obi, and then ZZ's got to make some turns or banks away. Ronith has to.
Is this an opportunity to go single out this blue number 1 out here?
I think so.
Like you have to, right? Like go find points while it's singled out.
Yeah, this A-wing up here can easily be singled out next turn by Rick, Obi, and Anakin.
He's gonna use both force. Doesn't or just 1.
Was it only 1 damage rolled? Oh, he used.
It's 2. So I don't know what they're flipping with dice. I think he's spending. I don't know what that was.
Too worried about next turn. Well, I didn't see any damage going to Obi, and I'm assuming Dión pre-flipped his force just to remember for next turn.
I have some in chat.
Yeah. So a really good recovery turn.
Focus evade. Okay. Oh, fair enough. But he got it.
Spent force. Okay.
Marcel's on it. He's watching that.
Yeah. So really good recovery turn from Dión. The A-wings bit on trying to get Obi. It didn't work. Marcel's got to find a way to get all those 3 ships back in viable shots.
Right.
And it's going to be weird because they're so close to the board edge.
I mean, Greer's okay.
Yeah, Greer's okay. Greer is. Do you think that 2-turn fits behind Obi to still get him actions?
I mean, it's worth risking it. I mean, why not? Who cares?
He's not
at this point, right?
He's not going to be shot. So you're right, like that. Unless Dión decides to point Rick at him. But I think right now, Dion's best bet is to close in on that top A wing.
Yeah, we're converge on blue number 1 here for sure. Because blue 2's got to rotate his arc still. And yeah, he's singled out. I mean, he's about, unless he's 1 shield away from getting Rick back up to full points, which is a hard decision here because he might want those points rather than the shot.
Yeah.
But that blue moves first, so he can wait on that decision. You know what I mean?
He'll have full knowledge in what he wants to do. Dión can get rid of that crit too.
He did last time.
I know, but the token, he just pulled it off. There we go.
There you go. I named it and everything.
And now it's gone.
Yeah, that's what I would do. We're a half hour into this game. We got 44 minutes left. Minimal points scored on both sides.
Yeah, and Anakin's in a spot to get back the half points already if he wants. So this game can quickly turn into some positional advantages for Dión right now. I mean, he already is in a good spot to jump on the blue.
If you're blue recruit number 1 here, where are you going? You hard to right?
I agree. I think that's the way to go. Your arc's already pointed backwards. You can at least threaten Anakin to force him to highly consider regenning to have him not shoot you, and that gives you some distance, more distance away from Obi-Wan. So if Rick dials in a 3-bank up the board to counter that might be what I would do anyway. So you have less of a reason to worry about that gas cloud. But I think the 2-turn is the best bet for that blue.
Yeah, I can very much agree with that. I could see both Rick and Obi-Wan taking towards the outside, towards the lens flare there, to try to meet the blue coming around that way. It's hard to say though. Well, all these ships have quite a few options.
Let's see. This is which blue
2?
Just the 2-bank. Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. Depending on how fast Anakin goes, I would expect that shot to not happen.
Sure. Hey man, you gotta try it when you can.
There's that 2-turn. So, do you focus boost to get even more behind the gas cloud? Probably. I mean, as much as I'd want to have the dial open, most of the maneuvers next turn that are blue are probably pretty safe to do.
Yeah, I mean, what's the blue or what's their white maneuvers? Is
1 hard, 3 hard.
That's it, right?
Yeah, 1 hard, 3 hard. That's it.
Okay, fair enough.
He's keeping him open though. This might be a solid turn that instead of focusing with all his A-wings, Marcel should be taking locks and boosting with these ones down here.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Ronith doesn't need it as much theoretically, but take it when you can.
Yeah, none of these ships are converting. I mean, yeah, to stay and fight 4 A-wings versus this one doesn't make any sense to me. So,
let's see. He's spent. Oh, he's using Anakin ability.
Yep, sure is.
My guess is he's barrel rolling 3-turn, or let's see, is he using a charge? He's doing the 3-turn. I think he wants that. Ooh, but it's going to be through a gas cloud with that proton torpedo. But that is gas cloud for his defense.
That's true.
And you know what? If Anakin shoots last,
what's his actual action then? I think he's debating it right now. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just going stay alive.
Yeah,
because he could barrel roll around that gas cloud, but he needs to shoot those torps or heal. Do something.
Greer fit.
It fit.
No bumps logo, so we're good.
Yeah, I would target lock here. I wouldn't even bother.
Well, Greer might have an actual shot, so focus isn't too bad. He's at least got that pointed forward. I guess for Greer, it doesn't matter that much. He can just turn it when he wants. Boosting,
He's
though, is
boosting. He's getting that shot.
he really wants that Anakin. Even then he tokened up. I don't know, I kind of would have threatened Obi-Wan, but we'll have to see.
He's got to, well, see, I think Marcel's in the same line of thought as us of, wow, I really got to get my A-Wings back into position here.
So I'm thinking a fine-tune boost and lock that A-Wing.
Boost might actually put you into arc there.
Into Greer? Maybe. It will be close, but probably. Ooh, maybe not. I'm looking at the line.
Looks good.
Looks good. Take that lock. Get him.
Yeah, you got.
Taking the focus.
ZZ hasn't moved.
Oh yeah, because he does only have one force remaining, so he
I'm trying to get some force back.
Get that pool back up. See what's Rick doing? Is he advanced censoring? Yep, he is. So he might be going the 5 straight.
Barrel roll 5 straight. Yeah, why not? Get in there. Get away from the A-Wings.
My only issue is that doesn't give him an offense. Nope, he cannot do that evade because he advanced censored. Because that allows him to take an action, which he cannot do with advanced sensors.
Tell him in chat. Oh, there you go. We're just harassing him. Dion's watched millions of games of X-Wing. But when the pressure's on, man, the pressure's on. It's hard to know.
With advanced sensors, I would have just highly considered going like advanced sensor, take a focus, and just go through the gas cloud and still be focus evaded, and then you wouldn't have an obstructed non-modded shot.
No, well, you still use advanced sensors. You said though.
Oh, sorry. You would have a mod, and it would be obstructed. My bad. Broke my own rule already. Obi-Wan taking a shot. Let's see. I'll just spend the focus. I don't think he's getting shot anyway.
Yeah, ZZ's out, so no, there's no shot coming in. Maybe a gas cloud, but no. Yeah, spend it. You got nothing to lose.
He's not spending it. He's got no shot coming in. Or is he flipping it?
He's touching the dice.
Yeah,
okay. There you go.
Oh, so either a damage or he's got to spend that focus already. And
he's not taking that damage.
Nope. He's not likely to take any more damage from the gas.
So Dión did it. He confirmed what I thought and you thought as well, is converge on the A-Wing. That's the straggler out there.
Yep. But I don't think this A-Wing is going to take much damage at all.
No, by now with gas clouds.
Yeah, and the other A-Wings, especially Greer and Ronith down below, are already in position to reconverge and help that A-Wing out.
Oh, they're coming. Yeah. Oh, it's nothing. They're gonna need 4 eyeballs. Oh, easy.
Yep.
See, this is why I wanted the spawners. It's because they're moving dice around when they're changing them, so it's hard to keep the old roll. But I digress.
Yep, obstructed and range 3. What's the hotkey on that one, by the way, Will?
For arcs, I don't know. You just got to right-click the ship.
No, for this line checker.
Yeah, you right-click the ship.
Oh, okay. And we have to be pretty crazy results. He still got it anyway. That's all that matters.
All right, so did no damage on conversion on the A-Wing, but it's got limited space to go now. Actually, not really. It's just hard 3 focus boost, right? And it's mostly out of the fight.
Mm-hmm. You'll have to watch out for Obi-Wan, because I'm assuming Obi-Wan's going to go for a 1 bank or 1 turn to intercept it. Granted, because that A-Wing's not stressed, it could turn either direction with a 1 turn. Well, 1 turn to the left or 3 turn to the right.
Mm-hmm. Little pot shot here.
That should be...
No, I can't.
4, yeah, he's got it 4 dice.
Yeah, that's no way. That's it. So.
Oh, you got the evade. So Dion's just flipping it just cause and just evade token.
I mean, he's got a focus evade gas cloud, so I can't imagine that shot hits.
All right, so
got him.
We clipped an Obi. Range 3 through a cloud. I'd be really sad if I had to spend a focus or spend the force if I was. Here comes 2.
I mean, Marcel's been pretty consistent at 2 on all his shots, so I'll give him that.
That's what the A-Wings do. No problem.
Gas cloud. Alright, so this is what advanced op chasing gas cloud does, which is not much. So after that,
we still got
Marcel's still up because of the Anakin shield down.
Yep. So we got Greer and Ronith coming to help out.
Once again, I think I would have just regenerated. You ain't gonna hit that thing range 3 through a gas cloud. You might as well not even roll the attack dice.
Yeah. Because now he's in a path that he could take advantage of shooting, but instead he ended up going for a shot through a gas cloud, which did not do anything.
You can't hit 3 agility shifts through gas clouds.
He could have even, because he did the pre-reposition barrel roll. He could have barrel rolled a second time to give him lanes now already outside the gas cloud instead of relying on his turn.
I would have gotten out of there, making sure the blue 2 and Greer can't shoot you.
Yeah, so if he would have
had a single evade.
If he would have regen last turn and used his action to barrel roll around that gas cloud already closer to the corner, it would have already been opened up, and he would have the force this turn to then decide to have offensively for the passive sensors proton torpedo.
Yeah, no, I agree.
So we're looking at ZZ and Blue 2 down the board, which probably won't be providing good shots, if any shots at all, next turn. So it's still up to just 3 A-Wings. Yeah,
ZZ's got a 2 bank, then boost. Unless he YOLOs, so just 5 forwards or whatever. But
he might, but he will be going through the gas cloud no matter what.
I think, honestly, instead of 2 banking left, I think I would just hard 2 right and just risk hitting that gas cloud. Who cares? You can clear the strain.
Cut back up through the middle of the board, yeah.
Yeah, you can clear the strain. You don't care. And if you know you're going to hit it, you might as well just hard 3 then to make sure you don't hit it twice.
Mm-hmm.
I could see it, but yeah, you're right. There's 2 A-Wings not in the fight there. This blue one's running for its life, so I only count that as half in the fight.
Yeah. I mean, that blue one has a serious reason to consider doing a 1-turn back into the corner, barrel rolling back, just using all the reposition maneuvers as possible so that he can just 2-turn behind Anakin next turn and just at least cover more areas instead of, because it seems like all ships are swooping back down towards, like you said, that North Star sunspot there to converge on Dión. Because I'm pretty convinced Greer is going to be attempting another 2-turn towards Obi.
Yeah, I don't know if he's going to make it this time, but he did last time, so who's to say?
He'll probably be just as close.
Yeah, I'll reach in 45-minute mark, 43-minute mark here, so about half hour left. Ryan, what you've commentated and watched the last stream games. How's the pacing of this going? Is tabletop slowing them down, or is it about average? Because
it doesn't feel that way. Like, I feel like I'd be watching a real game right now.
I feel like
not just visually, but also how everything's working so far.
Yeah, no, I think that the things like arc checks being automatic make up for the kind of goofy press barrel on your dial. So I think it ends up being about the same speed. Can you put out the dice roller thing? Oh, now they want the dice roller thing.
So the one thing, it's probably just people getting used to it because everyone can easily just take a token or reposition their ships on the board. It is that little bit of hesitation to find and locate the correct dial to match the ship for the repositions. Dión was taking just a tad bit more time. The chat's been mentioning that it's maybe a touch on the slower side, but the pace overall is pretty good. These lists probably feel like they're a little bit slow to face against because not a lot of the game is progressing overall. They're very defensive.
There's a lot
ships.
of moving parts. So now are we at to stop time? What are they playing with these dice rolls for? Okay. All right, they want him.
All right. Oh, don't press R on him.
What? What does that do?
It flipped up the actual rolling button.
Yeah, lock these down. Nail everything down. This is like that episode in Sunny. Nail it down, or else it's getting flipped at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, actually, I could put these. I'm gonna move them. Try to see where, because like
Marcel's saying he's ready, yelling at Dión with tab clicks.
Hey, I'm gonna put them in the corner. These guys shouldn't be in the corner for right now. So
yeah.
Oh, and it looks like you can still see them pretty clearly on stream. So
all right, so there's a 2-turn in. Or
yeah,
one turn, my bad.
Someone's saying range and movement is faster, yeah, because there's no railroad tracks.
Yeah. So the one thing, people might feel like some of the action decisions and like choosing of stuff is slower, but let's keep in mind bumps are automatic. So I get the feeling that with certain maneuvers in this game, with all the 5 A-wings, and we know certain ships were pretty close to bumping, or has a bump actually occurred yet? I can't recall.
No, they've been doing a great job.
So, but keep in mind that this with auto bumping takes that time hugely out of the game, especially if you were to face a separatist swarm. A lot of bumping tends to happen in those lists, and that could be major time sink in most cases.
Yeah, I would only fly like 6 strikers in tabletop or vassal. There's no way I'm putting that on the actual board, trying to calculate ailerons, bank bumping, and
is
stuff like
Anakin just
that.
doing his move, or is he gonna barrel roll?
I mean,
I'd probably barrel roll.
Yeah, he's barrel roll.
Get an action than not. Is he going to regen? Nope. He's going to shoot.
He's not. Oh, I think he's trying to touch the token now. Yeah. Well, Anakin's abilities before you reveal your dial. After you reveal your dial, you do have to barrel roll first. Dion's apparently correct.
He can if he wants. He's still got his regular action. May as well take a lock if he got it, or passive sensors.
Oh no, I'm just saying the timing of Anakin's ability versus R2.
Oh yeah,
Anakin's abilities before you reveal, and R2's after you reveal. So,
but if you're Anakin right now, do you take the focus defensively to preserve in all capabilities? Oh, Anakin didn't get an action.
What was Anakin's? I know he did a lot of things out there, but
we'll see. Greer once again keeping tight to Obi and not bumping. Ooh. Taking the cloud.
You asked for the roller or the nice. Stream, let us know, or chat, stream. Chat, let us know how well you can see that dice from that roller.
No, regen is not an action for Anakin.
Yeah, I don't know what it did.
Throttle.
No, it's fine, Ryan. Let them figure it out. They'll be okay.
Okay. Well, so that actually hurts a lot for Obi, I think. Yeah, he was able to go through the gas cloud, and he'll still have mods with force, but that strain with a range 1.
Yeah, he's gonna be technically Greer's gonna shoot first here, and Greer's got the range 2.
Yeah.
But that's a lot of dice on the 2 force. You know what I mean? 2 force on 2 agility.
And Rick did only do a 2-turn, so same speed as Greer. He is opting out of the damage from Greer.
He do 4 straight.
Yep. And did it flag that he went through the gas cloud? I assumed he did. Not taking anything.
Marcel doesn't use the dice roller's die, but not the actual dice roller.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. You can definitely make tokens bigger.
Obi-Wan.
Crazy Vulcan got us the stream tokens, but
Obi-Wan's definitely in a spot to be hurt, though. Why are we rolling? Oh, is he just checking? I don't know what's going on. 4 dice, range 1. Seems good. Hit crit.
Yep.
Real damage incoming. Wait, what's going on? Why is he re-rolling?
it boggles my mind. I'm not even questioning what these guys are doing. So, okay. As long as they know what they're doing.
Okay. My guess is they're not having it count unless it... What is this roll? I'm really confused about what they're doing.
Hey, man. Just let them do their thing.
Guess we'll see whatever damage is done.
I have no idea. We'll have to find out in a moment here. Apparently none. Blue spent his focus, it looked like. And took no damage?
Yep.
Okay.
And Obi-Wan did not spend
Sorry,
any
you got
offensive
confused.
mods.
I don't understand, but okay, sure.
The point of the roller is they roll it for you already. You don't have to re-roll it.
Ryan, I don't know. I assume they know, and
Here comes
I don't
Greer.
know what is going on.
So that's a crit.
Yep, one, probably
And advance optic.
2. Yeah.
See, I don't get that. Marcel took that roll and Dion couldn't get his roll from before. I see shenanigans. There's an evade from Obi. So there goes the strain and got an evade off of it. So Obi's going to take just 1 shield.
I mean, we can't exactly hear what they're saying in the chat. So maybe they said something about like a test roll or something. Like this one doesn't count or something like that. Who knows?
Okay, blank hit. Assuming we're going to see an advanced optics spend, which we do.
Yeah, of course. Marcel's been on it. He's never gotten the blank eyeball results. You know what I mean?
The all roads lead to 1.
Yeah.
It's what I tend to call it.
All right, so another shield down from Obi-Wan here.
Yep.
Are we? He gets another green. Not enough dice. No, this is...
Oh, yeah, that was range 3 for sure. Here comes the third dice. And I assume he'll spend the force and not take that damage.
Nope, they're on it. Well, once again, you could just... I don't know. I gotta stop. I gotta stop wrecking on it. Their dice rolling tactics are very interesting. I'll say that.
Here comes the range 1 unmodded. For 1.
Just 1?
Obi should be good.
Yep. Easy. All right. Still no points.
Still no points anywhere. Obviously, Anakin is the most volatile, being 1 hit away from points taken. And not a single damage done on any A-Wing. I think, do we feel like this is like Dion's nightmare? Just no damage is ever being done to any A-Wing?
I mean, this is what the A-Wings are good at. Is confusing you, doing spreading out, reconverging. You're never quite sure which way each of them is going, so it's hard to pursue them effectively.
So
I just think that, no offense, Dion, you said you're interested to hear the commentary, but there's just been a couple position mistakes. Like, what is Rick doing here? Right? He's not helping out. focus firing, and now he's heading the different direction.
Yeah,
And Anakin was the same way before in the very beginning of the game. He's headed into the middle for really no reason. He wasn't helping focus fire. He wasn't getting off his proton torpedo, which still is sitting there, not being used. So I just don't.
He's got 20 minutes. I better see 2 proton torpedoes go.
I mean, they better proton. I mean, 5 forward, start protoning. Start protoning 1. Just converge. Like, I'm sure send Rick off to mess with these 2, but I don't know why.
Honestly, even if it means that you're not doing a 3 maneuver for the full throttle, it might be time to just trade. Like, get some damage in.
All right, so let's do some point counts then.
Sure. So let's say Anakin gives up half.
Yeah, full blue squadron is 37 points.
Mm-hmm. Half of Anakin would be 32. So it's already pretty tight, but that would favor Dión. I think
that's an entire A-wing off the board, though. That's 4 damage versus 1.
That's the bigger part, right? You gotta get the threat range and threat bubble off the board, and that hasn't happened. The 5 A-wings are there to threaten as often and as much as possible, and the longer you leave those full 5 ships on the board, the worse and worse and worse it gets.
Mm-hmm. No, I fully agree. You gotta take 1 down right away, and 4 is so much more manageable. It doesn't seem like that much of a difference, but the entire one last arc.
Yeah. I think a big reason why we're in this situation overall is because Anakin did not get off a beginning first engagement of the game proton torpedo.
Yeah, he even took a lock. I don't understand why. Questionable moves, Dión. Questionable moves.
Anakin's there to shoot proton torpedoes.
I would say, though, to be fair, Marcel, pretty much going through the motions here. I mean, not doing anything too drastic, too flashy. Just keeping A-wing safe, keeping having their focus tokens.
So I believe, like we mentioned earlier, there was the second turn of engagement where Marcel, we both agreed, had the opportunity to really jump onto Obi. He did that with 3 of his ships.
Mm-hmm. But he turned the blues away.
But not all of them, which allowed Obi and Anakin to both escape.
Mm-hmm. Yep, not enough heat either way. But, I mean, to Marcel's credit, not a single damage on his ships. So,
now this looks like this is where
Ronith going in for a block there.
Ronith could get caught out here if Anakin decides to turn that proton torpedo on him, and if Obi, what? I
mean, there's no reason to pursue blue. It's not like you ever did any damage to him.
Yeah, and that's the thing I think a lot of players would need to be very cognizant of in their game is when it's time to change your target. Even though you've done all this shooting here and there, whether you haven't actually done damage, or whether you can't pursue something, or whether you think your opponent's going to be aggressive. I mean, what if Obi? Obi has to assume there was a high chance he'd be blocked. So doing a turn to the right was always going to have a chance to get him caught.
Mm-hmm.
Did Dión do something? Did Dión do something crazy like a 4K? Who knows?
He's debating on barrels. Yeah, here you go. It's a little barrel roll here.
Let's see what Anakin decided to do. Did a bank move, so he will have a clear.
I think it's because Greer's not turning in towards Rick.
I would take the passive sensors to give you the opportunity to shoot Greer or Rock.
There you go. You spend those points, but he's got no tokens now, not a single one.
Yeah, he could have accomplished a similar thing a couple turns ago, like we mentioned, if he already had barrel rolled up the board. The good thing is Greer is not turning towards Anakin.
That's true.
He's really going for the block on Obi right now. Obi will have to see.
I mean, Brown's in a great blocking spot. He's blocking the hard 1 and the hard 2 there.
And a lot of the bank maneuvers. Boosting in, expecting the block.
Yeah, 1 and 2 bank. Anything short and to the right is blocked. I'm not sure what Obi-Wan...
He is regenerating. He is regenerating with Obi, so he's either getting blocked or he's escaping to the left. Which would be really key. No, 1 turn that way.
Oh, he's leaving. Okay.
Yeah, I don't mind it.
Hey man, bring your force with you.
Yep, got all of it. I think.
Then
He was left on 1 force last turn. He should, yeah, he's got it. It automatically flips once it gets reassigned to the ship, so I'm expecting a boost. Boost to give distance from Ronith, yep.
We're sharing so many force points.
And probably just focus. Yep.
Yeah.
All right, and we'll see what Rick does. Rick's in a weird spot to where he'd have to deal with ZZ's decisions too. Just going with the 4 straight.
You're just coming in.
He is out of arc of that blue there, just barely. So his only threat is Ronith at this point. So maybe just focus evade, because he can largely expect Ronith to do a maneuver that would allow him to boost past him. Taking the lock.
This makes sense to me.
Get it early, yeah. So maybe next turn if he does the advanced sensors focus Talon roll.
ZZ's either gonna arc dodge him or bump into him. So
yeah. And Rick does still have both his regen options open already, so.
Yep.
Got the bump. Not being shot. Good call.
Slows him down, keeps him out of range 3 of Anakin.
Yep.
Which one? Another, like, this is another round. I know A-Wings are tough for this, but this is another round where Dion's got 1 quality shot.
Yep.
And it's really just 4 dice single modded. So I'm not really, I don't know if that's quality, but it's.
I mean, it's better than 2. He's shooting proton torpedoes.
Yeah. But like. All right, so let's do some point counts again.
So the big thing with Ronith right now is he does not have his ability triggered currently. There's no other friendly ship to him. So I think you go on Ronith for this one and just hope to get some points, because Greer's through the gas cloud too. It's not going to happen.
Yeah, it's not a shot. So takes the shot he's given.
Yep. Oh, don't delete it. No, you need that force.
Yeah, see, so for every
all right, here goes our first proton torpedo.
You need to spend the lock, so
yep, spend the lock, just do it.
You just press the button. Just press the button twice.
I think he wants to keep the 2 dice out there.
But we know that what those results are.
Oh, that's
all
4. Hit,
2 hits,
crit.
2 crits.
Oh, he's just putting them out here to show.
Sure. It's 2 crits.
There's a crit in there. Oh, it'd be 2 crits. Yep, because of proton torpedo.
All right. Well, this is.
Yep, there's a crit there. Wait, what is Marcel? Quit messing with the dice.
Oh yeah.
Should be 2 crits because you naturally rolled 1, and it's a must. Proton torpedo is a must.
Well, he's gonna block 3, so only 1 shield anyways. Rough there, all paint. Trying to.
Yep.
Is hoping to get those shields off of Ronth and score some points. He might lose Anakin's points in the process here.
Well, he's only got 1 shot coming back at him unmodded. Granted, he doesn't have mods either, and it's at range 2.
2.
Yeah, that's rough. Dión really needed that half just to help the push. Oh, geez.
That is. All right. Well, he's got shields, so. It is unlikely.
Nice.
Oh, Anakin getting it here.
I don't even know anymore.
I don't know what's going. So they got 11 minutes here. 11 minutes.
Final salvo obviously favors Dión, or not Dión, Marcel, because all of Dion's ships naturally have 2 attack dice.
That's correct. Does not count. 7B.
All right, so which way does Rick Talon roll? Because I'm assuming we're going to get advanced sensors focused Talon roll.
I don't know. Rick's not even in this fight. I'm not even considering him. This is the problem I have with the new boost starfighters, is that they're almost too fast. And I feel like their time on target's not as great. But
I feel like you can Talon roll onto even if you have to go onto that gas cloud, you can take the forward Talon roll. Your arc won't be obstructed, and you'll be at least pointed towards as many A-wings as possible. Because I'm gonna take a guess and say ZZ's doing anywhere from a 3 to 5 straight. Unless if Dión expects that, Anakin has a solid block potential again on ZZ if he does a 3 turn towards him and gets that needed full throttle.
I'm gonna clean up their tokens here for a second. Why?
Yeah, I mean,
make it so complicated dragging these tokens around.
What do you think, Will? If Anakin gets that 3 turn and blocks ZZ, you get the Talon roll from Rick, and if Obi turns on ZZ and gets him in a spot, says, "Hey, if I block you, you're not going to shoot me either."
This is
all the other
hardest decision, because he's got to get. So one condition here is that he's got to do 1 damage to Ronith and probably 2 damage to another ship, right?
To be
best case scenario,
safe, yeah.
Best case scenario, no damage to him and 1 damage to Ronith, right?
Mm-hmm.
But there's most likely 2 rounds left, so we tick in to just over 9 minutes left.
And looking at the position of the A-Wings, we have a blue that's leaving the fight towards the green dice roller button. We have Ronith, who needs to give Greer space for that 2 turn, which means Ronith might be trying to fit a 3 bank in there or a 2 bank with a boost. I
mean, it's Greer, so he could just turn away. He don't care.
True. But if he is turning away, he's turning away from ships that
Right.
he needs to get damage on, and he likely 2 turns would be required to do it.
This is, in football terms, we call it a 2-minute drill. But in X-Wing, I guess this would be a 2-turn drill. You got to know this is extreme clock management and quality of shots here. And I don't think, like, Rick can get like 1 shot this round probably, and then maybe a quality shot next round. But so how many A-Wings did you count converging? So I mean, pretty much all 4 of them, right? All 4 of them, but the blue at the bottom.
And the blue in the middle. It's got a gas cloud right in the way. It depends on where Marcel expects Dión to go. That Anakin is a big decision maker right now for this turn, because if Anakin continues down the path of where his arc is pointed, he's going to be shot at. But that's what I'm thinking. The 3 turn in towards ZZ for Anakin and just token up defensively.
I see what you mean. Yeah, because I mean, that's what's gonna win Dión the game, is if Anakin can't take damage.
Yeah, and the best way for Anakin not to take damage is 3 turn towards ZZ with or without a barrel roll, and just give and take all the tokens you need, and maybe get a block potential on ZZ, and see if Obi can follow up with that with Rick.
I mean, you're concerned about the blue 2 out there facing the gas cloud, but I think you just 2 bank and then boost, and he keeps his arc facing in the general direction.
I mean, if Marcel thinks that blue can block enough positions from Anakin,
I would just
5 straight,
5 straight, just get up in there and start tussling. I don't know, man.
I don't think the 5 straight blocks both 3 turns, being barrel rolled or not barrel rolled Anakin, but
Anakin just barrel out. I don't know. We'll see.
That 5 straight might also block what he wants to do with CZ too.
Who's Marcel considering here? Oh, he's just considering the blue at the bottom. Which it's just hard to boost. I mean, a lot to do there. Blue.
Yeah.
So he does take that bank.
Yep. Which I think is the average move you would do with that ship. Does he boost?
Yeah, I mean, it's an A-Wing.
Boosting toward?
Gonna put it.
We'll have to see if that was a misclick. Or
that's what I thought he would do. I put him a little bit closer to the gas cloud than I thought. Blue's chilling. No reason to.
That's the 3 bank, so it did fit. So Greer will have the opportunity to do that 2 turn. Anakin's got a lot of fast maneuvers to get out of that, but we could see a convergence on Obi right now, is what Marcel's going for again. All right, what did he do with Anakin? Obviously, he can decide to barrel roll in if he wants. What would have been really interesting is if Ronith had a chance to fit that boost over Anakin to his left, that could have blocked the barrel roll attempt. If he felt the need to do that.
I see what you mean.
Using it.
All right.
So he's barrel rolling for sure. Let's see. Is he gonna try? Is this a 5 straight or a 2 or 3 turn? He went forward.
2 turn. Nice. Didn't want to hit the gas cloud, but he could have barrel rolled back in the hard 3 and not hit the gas cloud.
That is gonna block. That gets him out of all current A-wing arcs, but we'll have to see how fast ZZ decided to go.
Really, just the focus action, huh?
I'd probably evade.
I mean, right?
You got 2 agility. I'd go for the evade because if ZZ lands in front of you, he's gonna shoot you.
His answer's just so good.
Here comes Greer.
Not enough space to boost, so Anakin's safe for now.
Yeah, it's just I think it's more of a matter of what Obi's gonna end up doing.
I mean, they could converge. So Ronith is the hurt one. Obi-Wan's gonna struggle to get a shot on it.
I think
That's about 4 minutes, so no, probably enough time for combat if there's doesn't seem to be too many shots.
Did the 5K.
Nice, get that shot.
Yep, I mean that does save Obi from likely being shot by ZZ. The key is if
Obi was going to have a tough next round, but
did ZZ 5 straight to get out of the chance of being shot by Rick, lower his dice, and fly past Anakin to just turn rotate.
What you doing, ZZ? He's making big old tokens. I like that passive sensor. Focus there. He's already got the lock.
Got past it.
High forward, rotate.
Yep.
Yep. That might be the points. He needs.
Now, once again, I don't think
Anakin's. Didn't we say half of Anakin's worth more than
a full A?
Half of Anakin's worth less than a full A.
Yes. So if I were, so here's the difficult part. I think Obi wants to shoot at Ronith to get half. Because I don't think any other A-Wing, no other A-Wing can contribute to Ronith's ability again.
Correct. And you don't shoot ZZ here and give him 2 focuses.
Oh, rough. Sad. Click. All right, going into Ronith. He's got it.
That hurts, but it's as expected. I mean, little mons there. Range 3. What are you gonna do?
So Rick, yeah, because if you give ZZ focus twice,
no, you don't do that.
He can optics and spend a focus. So I think you go with the blue.
I think that's one of the obviously moving after them, but one of the advantages of him moving second, or shooting second rather. You get to double mod your offense. You want to double mod your offense or double mod your defense.
And even though you have the lock on ZZ, you are shooting 1 less dice because ZZ did go 5. So I think the blue, unfortunately, is the play.
Nope, he calls it out.
3 dice on 4. Got the focus. No one's shooting you. Nice.
Once again,
we would need 3 blanks to get half. Nope.
No.
Just spends the focus, I assume, because he's got no shot.
What else are you doing? Why are you giving up shields? Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, really making ZZ defensive without ever rolling dice.
Did Rick disappeared?
Yeah, I'm on it. I'm on it, guys. Just continue. There's tricks.
Use them tricks.
All 'Cause, 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 No, just keep playing the game. There's only 8 minutes left. I'll fix Rick by the time you're done shooting.
Oh yeah, you can use restore 1 command to restore its position.
Mm-hmm.
Failed to load model.
Just ignore that.
Oh, it's thinking. There's Rick. Anakin is officially halved.
I was too busy messing with that. What, he got one through?
Yep, Anakin has been halved for good.
So that puts him at, I forget the point counts now.
Is that it, or do they have one more turn? Because the timer's 0. Is this was just the last turn? That's it.
No, we're gonna give them. I would rule it one more round because they were deleting ships and screwing around. But that would be. I don't know who's the official judge here.
I was gonna say, well, Marcel might not want the other round.
I think it's one more round, but that's up to them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna unmute them for a second and hear what they're saying.